Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be discussing Resident Evil 4 Remake, and it's been quite some time since I actually did a whole news video, and if you guys enjoy these type of videos, let me know because I'm willing to make them. And typically, for those who are new to the channel or not familiar with how I make my news videos, I basically report them, and at the end of the video, or basically after I report everything, I give my own take, my own discussion, my own opinion about the news. So far today, what we got is the RE4 exclusive coverage trailer by GameInformer, because these guys from GameInformer, which is a like a whole gaming magazine company, a journalism gaming company, they decided to talk about the remake because they played like a whole chunk of it, a chunk of the beginning of the game. I think chapter 1 through 5. So this is going to be very interesting to see what they got in the trailer. I did see some footage already on Twitter, but I've been kind of saving myself just to see this trailer from other media sites and all that. I know we only got a minute in this whole video, but there might be some stuff I haven't necessarily seen yet. So let's check it out. I've been highly anticipating for this whole game, because last year I actually just played RE4 in professional mode, which was hell, but I enjoyed RE4 for what it was, and I think I almost 100% completed the game. I just needed to do the shooting range stuff, which I didn't do because it's kind of dumb. But I digress. Let's just hop into it.
In 2005, Resident Evil 4 changed the face of
This looks
survival
very
horror.
beautiful. Wait, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pause. Why is this on 480? We gotta put this up to 1080. I don't know why, so we gotta rewind that. I'm sorry.
In 2005, Resident Evil 4 changed the face of survival horror.
Mm-hmm.
The game's phenomenal blend of action and
I think we
horror,
saw this from the
combined
gameplay
with
trailer.
revolutionary over-the-shoulder
Yeah,
gameplay,
man, dude, this is
cemented it
like
as a
the
beloved
Ganados. They look
classic.
so
Imagine
different now. It's
Capcom's
crazy.
recapture with a modernized remake.
Like, they look
That
scarier, and I
reinvention
like that.
graces GameInformer's cover this month. We visited Capcom's headquarters in Osaka, Japan.
Lucky.
Played chapter 1 and 5
Oh, okay, in the church.
4, and
Ashley's right with you. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of them. It's a horde of them.
And Kazunori Kadoi.
Ooh,
Obviously led the
it's gonna be stressful. And Ashley's with you.
Viewers can also look forward to never-before-seen gameplay and a new rapid-fire interview. Beginning today,
Oh, it's a whole
magazines
cutscene.
will
Oh, it's the
flash
cabin.
12
It's the cabin
images sharing
cutscene.
new details on the opening section, breakdowns of Ashley's gameplay.
Oh, this is what I saw. So a lot of people were complaining about the rain on Twitter, which I do agree. The rain is very distracting. I mean, look how it's just like, it's literally just white droplets on your screen, or a whole filter on your screen, which I don't like. And I hope they fix that soon. Again, I think what we're seeing, this is gameplay from early development, you could say. I mean, at least early development of the quote-unquote finished game. They could always change these effects easily, I think.
Impressions of the church, cemetery, and house battle segments.
Oh, dude, Ashley's with you running
Bookmark
away.
GameInformer.com.
That's all you have to show Game Informer?
/Resident Evil. Thanks.
Damn it. Alright. So, that was a little reaction to the exclusive coverage trailer. It was reported that, I don't know if this is rumored or not, but it was reported that there's going to be an event just for the Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, along with Street Fighter 6, coming next week. I hope that's true, because I want to see more of it. But I do have something to show you, and it's the more news. Yep, more news here. Talking about the details of what Game Informer put down in their on their article discussing about the Resident Evil 4 remake. So I'm going to turn off my webcam and just go down this stuff with you guys. So this is from the user Jaw Muncher. Love that username. According to Capcom, they originally didn't want to do the remake. Interesting. A lot of developers. It's interesting how a lot of developers, especially from Japan, they don't want to do a remake, and I do understand that. Like, this doesn't just go for Capcom, but it also goes for Square Enix, because they really didn't actually want to do the Final Fantasy VII remake as well. They would rather make something new, and I completely understand that. I don't want to go back and create something old that people already experienced before. But that's why with the FF7 remake, they just kind of revitalized that whole game to a whole another story in a way, but it still maintained the original source, which again, it's a really great experience, the FF7 remake. So seems like RE4 is doing that exact same thing. They also said they didn't want to start from scratch, but rather dial things to 11. Okay. So it seems like it's not getting the FF7 treatment, just like how Square Enix did with their remake. This is more so a Dead Space remake, which I just finished. By the way, check it out. I just finished that game, and I loved it. Same time, I questioned certain designs of the game, but again, overall, great game. So check it out. So it seems that they're treating the RE4 remake very similar to how the Dead Space remake is. For those who haven't played Dead Space yet or are not familiar with the remake, it's literally so Dead Space originally came out back in 2007 or 2008, and finally they did a whole remake which released this like literally few days ago or last week, and it's almost a 1-to-1 remake, but they did a lot of touch-ups to that game where there's great life quality changes. There's some different map changes as well from what I heard. I haven't really played the original, so I can't really say much about any sort of the comparisons, but it's identical to the original. So it's interesting how they want to do it, because I think the RE4 remake, and I mean with the original RE4 gameplay and how it was just designed, I really enjoyed it for what it was. And I really didn't think RE4 needed a remake. I really did not think that one bit. But the fact that they're like, okay, we don't want to start from scratch, but we'd rather dial things up to 11. So we're probably going to see great quality changes to the game. I mean, this is Capcom, what we're talking about. What they did with the RE2 remake. This is the same team who developed the RE2 remake. So it's going to be very interesting on where this is like heading to. I like hearing that when they want to dial things up to 11. So replayability and flexibility on how you play were key pillars in development. Interesting. So with any survival horror game, replayability, there's always some sort of replayability after your first playthrough to unlock certain things or grind out certain things, which I do enjoy, and they're fun to play because you know what to do and you get through the game much quicker. With RE2 Remake, there is some replay factor to it, because they pretty much want you to speedrun the game so you could unlock more stuff and all these other things, which I did and I really did enjoy. It just has more incentive to do second and third playthroughs and more. So by default with survival horrors, a lot of it's basically like that, and it's great that's like that, but the thing is, it's not, the replayability is not there for the long run. Other than you know, like, there's not much you could do post game in a lot of survival horrors if you look at it at a technical aspect. So for them kind of thinking what they could do, I don't know what they really mean by replayability. Oh, should we add more content? Should we add more like game modes or whatever? I don't know what they mean in terms of replayability, but the fact that they're thinking about it is a really great decision on their end. Regardless, there's just going to be much more opportunities to really dive in more deep into the game after beating it. So post RE4 Remake might be just quite fun, because I mean, with the original RE4 Remake, there was plenty of things to do after the original RE4 playthrough, after your first playthrough, because if you beat the game on professional mode or something, you unlock a cool one-shot weapon, that whole Mega Man-esque one-shot weapon, which was really cool. You unlocked attires, costumes, so like there's stuff to do. And also you also unlocked the different campaign, Ada's campaign, but I don't know how they're gonna handle that for the remake. So it might be DLC, to be honest with you, because I think with the RE4 remake, there's going to be like a lot, like probably plethora of content compared to RE4, because RE4's pacing is pretty fast, because you just kind of go to point A to point C very quickly in terms of the story. So I think we're gonna see much more along with his gameplay and flexibility on how you play. So interesting. So with flexibility on with the RE4 game design, I think they're gonna. I mean, because before in the original, just like any Resident Evil game, they have the difficulty adjuster. So depending how you play, let's say if you're playing good, they're gonna turn up the difficulty a bit. Even though you're playing on normal, they're gonna turn up the difficulty a bit and potentially overwhelm you in the game, or you might take more damage depending how you play. So I wonder what innovation they're doing now in terms of flexibility. Is there going to be like a whole RNG system in a way? I don't know how to feel about that. Or is there going to be like a roguelike genre into this? Interesting on what they mean in terms of flexibility on here. So again, looking forward to it and seeing how this replayability of RE4 will be. And over here it says there's no QTEs. I honestly don't mind that. I thought QTEs were pretty annoying when I was initially playing on console and PC. So they were quite tiring. I know I'm just lazy like that, but QTEs, I don't know. I just don't like spamming buttons or mashing on my buttons quickly. Like, I don't know. I just find it very irritating. So I think that's honestly fine with me. So I mean, I think QTEs are cool. It's nice when you just press it at least like one time or something, or maybe a few times. You could carry multiple knives. Game can also beat with knives only. Okay, so this goes back to the whole replayability aspect of what they were just talking about. So it seems that you could have certain builds or approaches to this game, and I really do like that, because a lot of survival horrors, there's a certain format you have to play. You have to play in a much more organized format, be much more calculated, because if you don't, you might screw yourself up in this boss fight or this certain level. So the fact that the game could also be beat with knives only is insane. Like the fact that the developers thought about that. Yo, that's actually insane. So laser sight is an upgrade. Yellow herbs are in the game. Okay. So laser sight, just like the classic. I think there was also a laser sight in RE2 remake, right? But I still think we're gonna have that like reticle, that crosshair, and where it's gonna show also the bloom of the crosshair. But yeah, yellow herbs are in the game, so it seems that we're gonna have the traditional red herb, yellow herb, and green herb. So ground executions can prevent plagas from forming. Interesting. It's funny too, because this kind of like contradicts the lore now with the RE series, because I mean, when you played RE5, Chris and Sheva had ground executions, but that didn't prevent the plagas from forming. The plagas still form regardless. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a cool mechanic to have in terms of a gameplay design, because plagas, and I don't know how this game is gonna overwhelm you, but regardless, like in the original game, plagas were just annoying overall. Like if you thought you kill a Ganado and then you see him form, it's like, oh yep, I'm screwed now. So it's nice that there's like a mechanic to it. I like how again there's just life quality changes on here. So R3 is used to command Ashely, so that's basically pressing on the left stick. She can follow closely or fall back, but will not remain in one place. Okay, so you have a little command menu for Ashely now. But I wonder like how Ashely is going to be handled in this game. There are no dumpsters for Ashely to hide in this time? Oh man, that's a problem. Well, the thing is, okay, original RE4, for those who don't know or haven't played the game, original RE4, you had to escort Ashely in certain levels of the game. It wasn't really too long, but it was somewhat middle of the game and somewhat near end game. And again, it wasn't as tedious because all you had to tell Ashely is to hide. And you would tell her to hide in a dumpster or like closet or something, and she would be completely fine because the Ganados would never try to find her when she's hiding. And they'll all get your attention towards you as Leon. And so pretty much it's like you're soloing still throughout the level. You didn't like they kind of it's kind of just ignoring the whole aspect of the whole escort mission overall. So once you clear out the whole level, you could call back Ashely and then she'll follow again. So the fact that there are no dumpsters for Ashely to hide this time, it's a bit nerve-wracking of how this is going to be handled. The thing is, this is the RE4 remake, so their game design is probably completely changed from the original. It's just the fact that how stressful is this going to be on even normal mode, but I can only imagine in the higher difficulty levels. I'm just very curious on where this is heading, because this could be either a great way to really make the game much more challenging and also much more refreshing to play. The thing is, in any game, escorting someone is always the worst. Like from what my experiences in gaming, always the escort missions or whatever, they're always the most annoying things in the game. So I wonder again how this is handled. I mean, if we look back to the trailer here, let's bring back the trailer one more time. I can already detect the stress. You see Ashely Ray running in here. I mean, and there's so many of the villagers. They're just coming at you. See, this also makes me wonder, like, if she can't really hide. I don't know if they completely take away the whole hiding mechanic for her, but if they actually did, this whole cabin fight against the Ganado invasion, this is gonna be the most stressful levels in the game. So I hope it doesn't go like... I mean, look how many are there. See, because, like, typically when you play this level, when you go outside the church, after you get Ashely, you could just run through these enemies. But now it seems like you can't. You're kind of forced to actually fight. And there's like a lot of them. There's just a lot of them. But it's cool how you're able to save her. Like, you see that stab? That little execution using that knife? And he kept the knife still. Look at this UI! It's like The Last of Us! The developers were inspired by The Last of Us. They got that Last of Us design, that UI design. Wow. But yeah, it's just gonna be... I feel like it's just gonna be stressful, especially on higher difficulty. This is gonna add more stress to a player, and maybe much more of the another way to introduce the horror aspect of you losing Ashely. That's how I see it. But okay, let's go on to here. Ashely does not have a health bar. Oh wow, cause yeah, in the original she did, so you're able to actually heal each other in the game. But if she is damaged too much, she'll need to be revived. She'll die if she's attacked again in this state. Okay, so it's sort of like the RE5 mechanic where, well, the thing is, with RE5, everyone had a health bar, but RE5 had two health bars. There's your normal health bar, and then you had a health bar where you needed to get revived, and there was a timer to get your partner revived in that certain amount of time. So it seems that they're doing that mechanic, but the thing is, Ashely just doesn't have a health bar, which... Again, that's honestly good. Just like I said before, this just adds less stress now, knowing the fact that she doesn't have a health bar. So that's good. But the thing is, she'll still need to get revived, and if she's constantly getting attacked, she's just gonna die. Which obviously makes sense. A new weapon, the bolt thrower. Oh, they added so they added a new weapon in the game. Wow, a crossbow. Now I wonder if it does like a whole spread, or if it's like literally like using it as a sniper and it could one shot and whatever. New enemy. Okay, so there's a new enemy type that wields a hammer and wears a bull's mask. Okay. More new enemies are also teased by Capcom. Oh god, yes, so they are changing up the game. Wow, just adding new enemies really does change it up. So there are side quests in the game. Okay, just like RE Village, can be numerous things to do, such as fetch quests, puzzles, and more. So that's, I'm not really tripping about that. I actually really did like how RE Village did their quests. Pretty much it's just like backtracking, as if you're backtracking in RE2 Remake. So I'm not really tripping about that. It's literally just like backtracking. I mean, if you look back at the games, we pretty much had side quests in the other Resident Evil games. It's just that they weren't listed as side quests. They're just stuff to backtrack to get if you had these certain key items and such. Especially with RE4, there's plenty of like things to go back for and get, like treasure or weapons or whatever. So again, it's like not a big issue. It's just much more of a, this is much more of a life quality change to the game, other than it being it really changing up the whole game. So the cases can have perks now. They can have perks. The cases could have abilities now. Okay, such as increasing ammo drops. Oh, yes. So this is what they're talking about: replayability and flexibility for the key pillars in their development. Okay, I like where this is going. Okay, I really do like that. That gives much more. I like hearing much more gameplay mechanics. You can barricade during the house section in RE2 Remake. Okay, the game blends horror and action very well, which I'm not very surprised or not very worried, because this is the same team that made the RE2 Remake, and RE2 Remake is it's one of my like top games for survival horrors. So I'm not worried about these last two. Like barricading, I'm pretty sure barricading is going to be the thing when you get trapped like in the house. Especially, maybe you could use the barricades also in your first arrival at the village as well. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna barricade stuff up when we're with Luis in the cabin. And GameInformer was hella impressed and wanted to play more after their time was up, saying that thus far Capcom is nailing its goal here. Well, there you have it. Yo, shout out to this Twitter user. She has the GameInformer screenshots. Oh my god, I see the case already here. Wait, let me bring myself down a bit. So, oh my god, it's so nice to see this in HD. Look at this shot of Leon. They actually nailed his RE4 remake model, man. He's more like serious in RE4, which I do like. But yeah, no, this looks really good. So let's go check out the other one. Him and Ashely. This is at the castle, I think. Or this could be at the church. But this looks like it's at the castle. Look how good it is. Leon and Ashely. Ashely looks so good here too. Love the lighting as well. Oh, it's the dogs. It's the annoying dogs. I hate the dog types in any Resident Evil game. Oh my god. Look at the dogs. It looks so vicious. It looked like the RE Village. Looked like the what do you call the werewolves in RE Village? But yeah, it looks like a freaking werewolf out here. Like, just the way it looks crazy. See, look, this is what I mean. He's so serious. I like that. Okay, so these are all 4 screenshots. We're on to the next one. Oh, this is the one. Yep. You see that yellow tape? That pretty much confirms the barricade. They're going to break it, and then you're able to place the barricade. Or, no, you're probably going to able to place the barricade over the window, because that's how it worked with the RE2 remake. Oh my god, the plagas. Oh, look, there's Ashely. Wait, I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at the plagas, and then Ashley's in the background here. She's like ducking down. But man, look at the plagas. Look at the plagas here, man. They look just so... Oh man, they look even way more detailed. It's so weird seeing them in like HD. Oh, is this the case? This is not a good quality, yeah, it's pixelated. It's not really a good quality screenshot, but yeah, like, if this is the case, pretty much the same as RE4. It just looks more... I notice with a lot of modern games, their UI is very minimalistic nowadays. Like, there's not much of really art towards them. I think that's what I like about a lot of old games, including Resident Evil games, is that their UI, they had this sort of art to them. Here, there is, you could say, but this is much more very, again, like, very minimalistic to the sense. It's not really a complaint, it's just what I noticed. I'm not trying to be that person, you know, but that's how I look at modern gaming. Oh, okay, so this is the bullhead everyone's talking about, or I mean from what we just read. So this is the new enemy type. He also has a sledgehammer. This boy thinks he's Triple H. So again, interesting. So we're going on to the third page. Oh, doing a whole showdown. I wonder. Oh wait, is that Ash? No, it's Luis. So you're gonna counter him with Luis here. I wonder if they're in a the cabin here or in a whole different location. Interesting. Okay. Man, it looks like Ashley's just really roaming around with you a lot. I'm getting nervous. You see, like, the fact you have to... See, I think that's probably a good thing, too, right? If you look at it this way. This also, again, it just adds in... Even though it's not the horror everyone expects, this adds more of the anxiety factor, which, again, is also part of the horror factor, of, like, having everything on the line. Just worrying about someone else, especially Ashley, since your goal is to protect her. Man, it just seems like she's roaming around with you a lot. That's nuts. That's nuts. See, look, this is what I'm talking about. This whole... Oh, look at the lighting, by the way. Look at that table. Oh, my goodness. This game looks so good. It really looks so good. I just want to play it already. Oh, it's that pistol. Shoot, I forgot it, but I like that pistol. Wow, you... Yeah, they definitely were inspired by The Last of Us. The way it's just designed, you just use a control pad. Except, I don't think there's craft. Oh, wait, no, there is crafting in here. They did talk about in the gameplay trailers and all that. Wow, they were really inspired by it. It's just, again, it's interesting to see this. Also, I think this was bound to happen with the whole UI change. Especially with swapping your weapons. Because in the OG, the only way to swap your weapons was literally open your case, like go through a whole menu, open your case, and equip the gun. And then if you don't want your gun, then you gotta go back to your case and then equip the other weapon. It was just much more of a hassle. It's like going through pages of the book consistently, like back and forth through pages of a book. Oh, there's the boy, there's the merchant. Okay. 4 out of 4 is the last one. Oh wait, no, there's more. There's actually more. There's 6 of them. So there's Ashley. Again, nice shot of her. Good model. Like the lighting. Oh, this is from the cutscene. The infamous cutscene. Dude, look at... See, so, look, I don't know why Leon and Luis, they're beefing here. And Luis looks much more mischievous, you know? Like, looks much more mysterious in a way. He seems like he's a schemer. Like, he just has some certain tensions. And, like, why is Leon, like, beefing with this guy? So, interesting where this storyline is going to head to. Oh, this is from what we saw earlier as well. Okay, 5 out of 6. I'm trying to recognize where this is at. Damn. But this game just looks so damn good. Gosh, you know, seeing these screenshots, you know, guys... I'm sorry I'm getting off topic. I'm supposed to report the news and stuff, but seeing these screenshots really remind me of the days when I used to collect gaming magazines like Nintendo Power, GameInformer, and all that. I used to, like, every time I anticipate for a game, all I seen, because at that time I didn't really went on the computer because I didn't know any of the gaming sites and all whatsoever. So going into, like, just reading these magazines and seeing their screenshots, I'm getting a whole flashback here just looking at these screenshots while we anticipate for RE4. It's like, this is like the second coming of the 2000s now. Like, it's just insane. So this is the church. I wonder if this is at the church. This looks like at the village or something. Like at the tower. I don't know. This looks like a whole new area, though. Oh, it's the map. It's the map. Very similar to how RE Village was. Oh my god. I'm trying to read it. It's hard to read the text here. Yeah, I can't even read the text. The quarry. Yeah, so it seems like it has RE Village's design. You see how it's very linear, just like any Resident Evil game. So backtracking is not gonna be too bad. But the thing is, you see how these pathways are. That's a long walk. I hope there's fast travel. Oh, the lake! The lake is here. The boat. I see a little boat here. Oh man, that giant fish, man. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna be stressed out. I wonder how we're gonna fight it. It was annoying being on the boat. But yeah, it seems that the map is pretty linear, but I wonder if they're gonna add a fast travel. I mean, they didn't do that for RE Village. You kind of had to like just walk through everything. So that's kind of gonna. It's probably gonna suck. I wonder if they're gonna do like the RE2 remake or the Dead Space remake approach, where because with Dead Space remake they had this AI director where they just consistently put monsters as you backtrack, just to surprise you. It's for the like surprise element of the game. And with the RE2 remake, they didn't you didn't completely kill off zombies, because they would come back alive and chase you down. That'll be interesting. Well, I mean, in the RE2 remake, you were able to still kill zombies if you did critical headshots on them. But yeah, but if you didn't do that, they would come back alive eventually, like sometime down the line if you're backtracking or just exploring around. So I wonder if they're gonna do that same thing for this game. I'm pretty sure they are. Oh, the save room, and then there's the merchant in the side here. You guys can't see it, but yep. And then this is the last page. What's his name? Lord Sadler, I think that's what we're seeing here. So Leon with his flat. Man, this is going to be creepy when we're going through here. There's Ashely. Yep, they got to change up the rain. I know they wanted to make the game look much more dramatic, especially with like showcasing a whole downpour, especially when you're saving Ashely, but oh man. Regardless, this game looks great. All right, funny enough, Capcom decided to actually drop a whole new gameplay footage of the RE remake. Or actually, it's GameInformer, not Capcom. So we're gonna watch it. It's like 7 minutes. There's some new footage shown, and I'm very excited to see it. I was literally about to upload this whole news video, but hey, this is the best way to end it. So let's go ahead and watch it. And yep, put that on like 4K. It's a bit like stuttery. We do have to turn it down a bit. Okay, so this is the art director of RE4. He's in charge of the direction of how the art style is of this game. Ooh. I think this is the church. Oh my god, they even added like the smoky, foggy floor. I like that. It's a gorgeous. Oh, Ashley's with you. Yep, she's like following with you. Yeah, so he still wants it to be different somehow. It still wants its own identity, which I definitely get. A lot of these developers want to make their remakes much different than the original. The original stays original, while the remake stays different. That's insane. He was a student. Sorry if I pause it. He was a student and he was playing RE4, the original, back in the 2000s. And now he is working on a remake. That's such a dream come true, and such surreal how a new generation is working on these type of games now. Big games that they were fans of when they were younger. So it's nice to see again a whole new generation coming into the gaming industry and being inspired, and also the fact that they're working on it. It's honestly a dream come true, and there's a lot of trust with these developers, since they know what to do. They know what appeals with the original and what they could do for this remake. They know how to make this remake appealing to a whole new audience. So I trust them on that, and it seems that they're heading the right direction. It's just crazy how, again, a student, and the game came out back in like 2005 or something, and the fact that he's working on the remake, surreal feeling to have. I'm very jealous. Also, the same thing applies for the FF7 remake, where a whole new generation as well that grew up with FF7 worked on the game, and look how FF7 remake is. It's honestly one of the best games that I personally played, and the gameplay is just amazing, top notch. So it seems like for here too. Yeah, he loves the Chainsaw Villager, so you guys show love to that. Yo, this is from the gameplay trailer. Okay.
今回のチェーンソーどうしようかなっていうのを考えて、で、まあいろいろ
Dude, yeah, this game looks beautiful all around, man. I'm just excited to play it. Like, March has to come soon.
なんでしょうね、もっとムキムキにしたりとか、2メートルでかくしたりとか、なんか長いコートを着せたりして、なんかいろんなタイプの
They really
書いてみたんですけど、なんか
they wanted to make him more intimidating with the chainsaw, since that was his favorite enemy. I see.
チェーンソー自体をちゃんと見てたら、チェーンソーの魅力ってやっぱりなんか
He's pretty normal. He looks like a normal guy, but he's got a cowl on his head and holding a chainsaw. That's what's scary. That's where the horror comes from. If he was really muscular or looked non-human while holding the chainsaw, he'd just be a monster, and it's not scary. Okay. Okay, okay. Hey, I mean, to be honest, if they made the route where they made the chainsaw guy like more intimidating and change it up, then rather him being normal, I would still mess with that, honestly.
それが逆に言ったら守らなきゃいけないリメイクオリジナルのバイオ4の良さだったり、そのキャラクターとしての良さだったり。
A core element of the character.
今回もそういうところは守ってるけど、あれですね。でもグラフィックが進化した分は。
There's a lot of thought to this, like just the character design itself. Like, there's a lot to talk about. And that's why a lot of I was gonna say that's hold up, new gameplay. I was gonna say that's why there's a lot of artists within the gaming industry, and literally people think it's probably easy, like, oh, they just draw or they make up stuff. But there's a lot that goes into a lot of direction, a lot of thinking of like concepts and knowing what direction some characters, the game, and all that should go to. But let's look into this. This is the cabin fight, and we just talked about this last night. Yep, there's the barricade. Okay, so it doesn't seem that Ashley's around. She seems like she's hiding in this segment of the game. So that's good to see here. She's not just following you around. So again, I guess they didn't completely scrap off the hiding mechanic for Ashley. Okay. Yep, just like Ari. Oh, I like how the sniper zooms in. Wow, it's much cleaner. Wow, yeah, and it's definitely like the original, how RE4's animation. Wait, if you play the OG RE4, it has almost the exact same animation. That's crazy. I like how the reticle also glows up. Ooh, that parry! Yo, that parry though. Okay. The cabin looks much bigger here. Or maybe not. Maybe it's almost the same size. Oh my god, this game just looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god, look at the lighting, look at the plagas. Looks so detailed. They're fighting upstairs now. Oh, there's the new enemy type. Wasn't what? We just want to add in a new character. Nice. This character was created later in development. I'm pretty sure he's inspired by the Mr. Chainsaw guy, huh? I like this edition. I'm not gonna lie, it also gives WWE vibes. I'm not gonna lie. was a conversation with the gameplay side where we needed this type of enemy.
っていうのから来て、こいつが出来上がったっていう感じですね。なんで新キャラを作ろうと思って作ったやつではなかったりします。で、なんですかね。なぜ牛の頭をかぶってるかっていうのも言うて結構。
There's a lot of human form characters in this game. Oh my god. The rain, yeah, the rain. It's still you know, it doesn't look as bad compared to how it did in the other footage. Maybe that's just me. It's less overwhelming on your screen, I guess, but I mean it's still there.
今回そのイルミナス教団とか、そういうなんですか邪教徒コアさロスイルミナドス教団とかのその Interesting. Let's backtrack to a whole other. Okay, so they didn't come from the church. They came from like the map is designed in a weird way. Also, I wasn't listening to what he was saying. I was kind of analyzing the map. Because they went from a whole different direction coming from the church. They didn't come from the church tower bell or whatever. They came from like the side of it. Interesting. Okay, let's listen to what he has to say. The Ganado, other enemies, the main characters, there's a lot of humans. Yeah, it's also interesting that they just didn't want to make new characters for the hell of it. Like they actually put thought to it as well. Like what's their reasoning behind it? Because that's what he's saying. You know what I just realized? I just realized that there's not gonna be basically like loading screens for this game. Because every time like you would load up a whole new zone or area, you would go through a loading screen. Here you just kind of just go through it. So I wonder how far like enemies could chase you and all that. Damn, it is just has a whole downpour. A cow or deer heads that have been severed and posted like decorations. With that, we decided to have this enemy actually wear one. Yeah, I mean, again, it just totally makes sense. I don't think they're gonna show any more new gameplay, huh? Oh no, this is kind of new. No, I think we already seen this. うちの場合はどっちかというと牛の死体の頭をかぶらされてるもしくは意図的にかぶってる狂人っていう風に作ろうかな。R3 to evade. Oh wow. なんで実はThere's an evade button. There's an evade quick time. 牛の頭を抜いたりとかもしないし、実は首だけ触れてるんですよね。プレイヤーの方見てないんですよ。牛の目もプレイヤーを見てない。それはなぜかって言ったら死体の頭をかぶってるからっていうのを結構大事にして作ってます。See, like I said, there's just so much to talk about with art. Video games with art, you know, like there's always big reasons why they decide to add this. Like the fact we're just talking about one character, he's still talking about the cow head.
To keep up with all of our coverage,
we need more. We just need the game actually. Like that's all I want. So, comment down below how you guys feel about this because this is interesting to see and I'm very happy we're ending a news video like this with much more newer gameplay and stuff that we basically confirmed. So I'm very excited to see where RE4 is gonna head to. And comment down below. I really want to know your guys' opinions about this game so far. Dropping a like is very much appreciated. And I hope to see you guys in the future. And also remember to subscribe if you haven't yet. We're almost hitting 2,000 subscribers. Be part of this gaming family. Hope to see you guys again in the future. Peace off. Have a great time.